The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
From Esquire magazine, breaking: Jerome Corsi's birther book pulled from shelves by Mark Warren in a stunning development one day after the release of Where's the Birth Certificate? The case that Barack Obama is not eligible to be president. Dr. Jerome Corsi, WorldNet Daily editor, chief executive Joseph Farah, has announced plans to recall and pulp the entire 200,000 first printing run of the book, as well as announcing an offer to refund the purchase price to anyone who's already bought either a hard copy or downloaded it electronically. In an exclusive interview, a reflective Farah, who wrote the book's foreword and also published Corsi's earlier best-selling work, Unfit for Command, Swiftboat Veterans Speak Out Against John Kerry, and Capricorn 1, NASA, JFK, and the Great Moon Landing Cover-Up. Oh, I got to find out about that. Said that after much serious reflection, he could not go forward with the project. So let's ask Jerry Corsi. Jerry, that was satire, right?
That was all lies, satire, fake, right?
Yeah, okay. So you actually are publisher, Joe Farah actually is publishing this book I'm holding in my hand, Where's the Birth Certificate? The case that Barack Obama is not eligible to be president. And your plan, I'm assuming, was to do with this book the same thing that you did with the Swiftboat Veterans for Truth book, which, frankly, I think took down John Kerry. I think he would be president had you not written that book and had you not done that. Where's it gone wrong?
Well, my plan is to get to the truth, Tom, and I think we're in the process of getting.
Well, I wouldn't call what you said about John Kerry the truth, and obviously this isn't the truth. Barack Obama has produced a birth certificate.
Well, I think it's fraudulent birth certificate. There's criminal charges being filed today with the FBI by a top scanner and imaging software expert, and he's detailed about a 14-page complaint why the birth certificate is fraudulent. So if we can get the FBI and the Justice Department to take this seriously and investigate, the charges may be proven to be true that it's a fraudulent document.
But, Jerry, even if it is, which I think everybody doubts, it may well be that the photograph of it was, somebody used Photoshop to clean it up and make it more readable or something before they released it. But the document itself, I mean, it's right there, and Hawaii's got the thing, right?
Well,
they took a picture of it.
The thing, Tom. Why don't they release the original for forensic testing, which they refused to do?
Forensic testing. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Jerry,
no electronic document existed in 1961. If this were a court of law, that document would be the best evidence, and it would be subjected to forensic testing before it was allowed to be admitted to court.
Jerry, I understand your position. Okay, that you believe that he's covering something up or
covering a lot up.
Yeah, and in fact, I will even give you the benefit of the doubt that you actually believe this. But what's happened is that when you said those things about John Kerry, whether they were true or not, and you and I can debate that all day long, and we have, in fact, we did back when you were saying them about John Kerry. When you said those things about John Kerry, the mainstream media latched onto them. Everybody bought into them, or a lot of people, enough people bought into them that John Kerry arguably lost that election, depending on whether or not you think that the Ohio results were rigged. And this is where maybe me with my Ohio results were rigged is as crazy as your, John Kerry was actually, shooting himself and making up his own wounds stuff. But whatever. Let's set that aside. The fact of the matter is that
rabbits in the field there. I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, here's where I'm going with it. When you went after John Kerry, it was taken seriously. You're going after Barack Obama now, and he has succeeded. I was at the Correspondents' Dinner where he sat there and watched him eviscerate Donald Trump, and Trump, who was basically promoting your worldview, was sitting there with his arms crossed, with this harump look on his face, like, boy, do I want to fire you. Didn't laugh at any of the jokes. I mean, this is the whole essence of the Correspondents' Dinner. Everybody gets made fun of, and they laugh at themselves. Didn't do that. And it's become a cartoon. Do you really think that with this issue you're going to get beyond the fringe of, on the one hand, the 9/11 truthers, or on the other hand, we really didn't have a moon landing
Well,
group?
Tom, this is not about a moon landing. You got so many rabbits going in this, Tom. We should kind of settle down and stick to a point.
Okay, and I don't mean to, and I hope the 9/11 truthers don't take that as a slander. The fact of the matter is that they're not seriously considered by the mainstream media right now.
If that's your question, Tom, I'm not in this to get seriously considered by anybody. I mean, there's millions of people out there who are taking it seriously. Mainstream media can do whatever it wants. Mainstream media has protected Barack Obama from the beginning. This book demonstrates that Obama has told serious fabrications about his nativity story and his life that pertain to his eligibility for office. John McCain did submit his birth credentials to Congress and did get a resolution passed, and the resolution said John McCain had 2 U.S. citizen parents at birth, and that was material to making him a natural-born citizen. Barack Obama did not submit to a similar resolution, and Barack Obama did not have 2 parents who were U.S. citizens when he was born. His father was Kenyan, and he was a dual citizen.
But the 14th Amendment says if you're born in the United States, you're a U.S. citizen.
The 14th Amendment does not redefine Article 1, Section 2. There's no language in the 14th Amendment redefining Article 1, Section 2.
The 14th Amendment explicitly says if you're born in the United States, you're a citizen.
Well, we're not arguing whether Barack Obama is a citizen. We're arguing whether he's a subset of citizen, which is a natural-born citizen, as required by the Article 2,
If you're born in the United States, you're a natural-born citizen.
No, you're not, Tom. That does not redefine Article 2, Section 1. The
Constitution does not define its own language, Jerry.
The defining case is still Minor v. Haberset, 1874. And that case is in a ruling defining.
So you're suggesting that because so now your argument has shifted to where it's not about the birth certificate, it's that he was born in Hawaii but his father was Kenyan and therefore he's not a natural born citizen?
There are multiple disqualifications. If you'd actually read the book, Tom, before you interviewed me, both are argued that he was a dual citizen because of his father's birth in Kenya. He may have been a dual citizen.
Well, Jerry, I actually did spend some time with the book, and one of the things that jumped out at me was Tim Adams. I mean, you're quoting. You say Adam told WND he has been telling other people his information for a long time, blah, blah, blah.
An affidavit on
it turns out, this guy was broadcasting that day that you're quoting him from the 2010 Council of Conservative Citizens National Conference, also known as a white supremacist conference. In fact, on their website, they say that they oppose all efforts to mix the races of mankind. You're quoting this guy in your book as a source?
Now you're slurring everybody. Look.
This is what it says on his website.
Tom, I don't endorse Jim Edwards. I don't endorse that show. I don't endorse you. I'm on your show. I've been on.
But you're not quoting me in your book. You're quoting him as a factual source.
Tom, he was at the meeting, and Edwards picked it up, and that's where we learned of it. I didn't quote Edwards. Edwards didn't help me with my book. I don't endorse Edwards. I don't agree with Edwards. And because Adams spoke with Edwards doesn't disqualify Adams. I'm sorry.
Jerry, respectfully, I think that you've jumped the shark.
Well, respectfully, Tom, I don't think you're right.
Okay. Well, we'll find out in 2012, won't we?
We'll see how it plays out, won't we?
Okay, JeromeCorsi.com is the website. Jerome Corsi, Dr. Jerome Corsi. Where's the birth certificate? The case that Barack Obama is not eligible to be president. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.